Peace. Today, I would like to talk about how would the Prophet Muhammad give judgment to the people. Um, I'm gonna use four ayats, four different proofs, um, and we will get clarification on how did the Prophet give judgment to the people of his time. And was that judgment supposed to be a divine judgment or just a judgment for their everyday mundane life? Okey-dokey. The first proof is 1826. In this, God is talking about the people of the cave, how long they've been sleeping in the cave, how many years or whatever. And then God says, at the end of proof 1826, God says, they have no trustees besides it, and no one shares in its judgment. Me. No one shares in its judgment, right? So, if no one shares in Allah's judgment, if no one shares in God's judgment, that means that whatever the divine judgment is only God's decision. He don't share his judgment with no one. That means a prophet, an angel, a jinn, the mountain, the sky, the earth, nothing. God judges by itself. Okay, now we have here in proof 10:15, and when our clear proofs are quoted verbatim to them, those who do not expect to meet us say, bring us a different reading, bring us a different Quran, or change it. Say, this is now the Prophet Muhammad is being commanded to say this to the people. Say, it is not for me to change it by myself. I only follow what is instructed to me. I fear if I disobey my Lord the punishment of a great day. So, this means that the people wanted the Prophet Muhammad, to bring a different reading, to bring a different Quran, or at least make some alterations to it, or change it. He said, I can't change it by myself. I only follow what is instructed to me, right? So, this tells you that whatever is in the Quran is what he followed, and he made no alterations to it. For example, the Quran gave out lashes for at that time period for them for adultery, right? But in the Hadith, supposedly the Prophet changed that into stoning. This is going against this Quranic proof, right? That I can't change it myself. So that means that if that would have been changed, that means it would have been changed. It would have been stoned to death in the Quran, and not lashes. Another way of him changing the Quran, which goes against the Quran, and what they call wudu. Wudu is nowhere. That word is nowhere found in the Quran. Allah commanded those who trust, and the Prophet Muhammad is one of those who trust. But Allah commands the people before they come to the Salat, right? Before they come to the Salat to get the Quran from the Prophet, they have to wash their face, wash their arms, wipe their head, and wipe their feet. But it's just these four simple things. If they ain't got water, then they rub the earth or whatever. But in the hadith or in the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, supposedly in this hadith and sunnah, he changes this method of washing and wiping. He adds, say Bismillah before, washing the hands 3 times first, going in between the fingers, rinsing out the mouth, rinsing out the nose, wiping your ears, doing a second wipe for the head, change the wiping of the feet into washing the feet. This is going against what he said in this reading. He said, it is not for me to change it by myself. Only Father was instructed to me. So, if that is called wudu, the Prophet would not, it would have been done. Those who follow him did it just like that. Those who follow him did lashes. They didn't do stoning. Because this is the laws of the Quran. So this tells you that Allah say there in what's that? 1826. And no one shares in this hukum, in this judgment. So the judgment is to wash your face, your arms, wipe your head, and wipe your feet. This is God's judgment, right? There's no change in God's words. This is God's judgment. And then for adultery, lashes. This is God's law. No one shares with it. Not even the prophet, right? So, if you are saying that the prophet or these so-called hadith or the sunnah of the prophet can cancel out the reading or add to the reading, to the law, add to it, this is going against both of these Quranic proofs, right? Proof 465. But no, by your Lord, they will not trust until they accept you as the judge in their disputes and find no resistance in themselves against your decision and submit completely, right? So we know that no one shares in God's judgment, so that judgment can't be dealing with the reading, the Quran. That judgment is given an example here in 2178. Proof 2178. And when David and Solomon passed judgment regarding the crops ruined by some people's sheep, and we were witness to their judgment, we gave understanding of it to Solomon and granted each of them judgment and knowledge. Right? So, there's a case of judgment regarding a group of people and the sheep and stuff like that. It will have nothing to do with no law. And then this, where's it at? I'm gonna just add this one real quick. What is it? 38:21. Has the story of the two plaintiffs who scaled the sanctuary reached you? When they came to David's presence, he was startled by them. They said, "Have no fear. We are two in dispute. One of us has wronged the other. So judge between us with truth, and do not go beyond it, and guide us to the right way." Right? And in the Quran, God tells Muhammad to judge with justice. Right? So, but when it says those who don't judge, let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah revealed, equipped in the gospel or whatever. You know what I mean? Whoever don't judge by what God said down, then boom, right? This is talking about the divine law. This is not talking about just everyday mundane thing like we go through like in court. You know what I mean? So one of the duties of the prophet is to be a judge amongst the people, just like Judge Judy or Judge Joe Brown or Judge Mathis or Judge what's the Hispanic lady name? I forgot her name. But her also, any of these judges, it's like this is what the prophet did. So those are the proofs that separate divine judgment from mundane judgment. Peace.